YouTube, we're back at it again, and we're finally back at it with YOPENDJUs, or Pendulum Yosenjus. And yes, I finally got my third die back, so I can, so I can finally play the version optimally. After so much time, I finally got the skills, I finally got the cards. So yeah, I feel crazy scammed, but here we are. And yes, you read the title correctly. Best pendulum deck. Let's go. Well, yeah, I would say this build or this deck is the best pendulum deck we have in the game right now. But that doesn't mean much because pendulums kinda suck now. But I think with this deck you can actually have a taste of how pendulums will look like when they get better, because you can have tons of plays with this deck, and you have an actual deck here, unlike pendulum gadgets and stuff like that. So here's the deck list, and after I explain the deck list, I'm gonna tell you my general thoughts about the deck. So yeah, as you can see, it's pretty standard. You want 3 Heatot, you want 3 dieback, although you can play free to play with only 2 dieback. So do as you have. Besides that, you would like to have double L and triple R, because R can change from higher to lower scale, whatever you need, while L is only a lower scale. I like having 5 hand traps, with that being 1 OEM, because 1 OEM can search for your stuff when destroyed. Plus, Veil is amazing because you can bounce it back. As you may see in a Duel Replay, you can literally bounce it back with dieback and reuse it again. Izna is amazing in this deck because you can constantly get drawing, which really is amazing, and Kite Raid is generally a great hand trap. Besides that, as you can see, nothing too special. There isn't that much space for tech cards, because there's like what, 11 cards, just the Yosenju, Pendulum Yosenjus. So, and you want to have to open your cards, your pendulums, because you need like 2 to at least pendulum summon, and then you need another dieback or a Heatot to get advantage of that, to start bouncing the opponent's stuff. So yeah, double swords thing, I only have 2, but I would probably play only 2 because I don't think like I said, you have that much space for techs, and I did, like you see, use up tons of space for these cards already. So yeah, the extra deck, I don't think I ever summoned anything here, to be honest, but here it is if you want. Yeah, Diamond Dire probably the best out of the bunch, because you can pop cards on the field with the rank 4s and stuff. Malevolency, and probably one of the best as well. Nothing too special, don't worry if you don't have anything, just play like this. This is the core of the deck. It's pretty free to play. So to review, to have my final decision, is the deck good or not? Well, I would say it's pretty good. I would say you can pretty easily, maybe not pretty easily, but you can hit King of Games. The issue is that it may be a bit problematic for some people, because it is not the most usual, straight up deck, magnets or whatever. It is kinda, I wouldn't say big brain, but it's you need to really take care of your resources, and there is no really easy game. Like for tons of decks you have easy games, while this deck always has a grind game, So that's why I maybe wouldn't recommend it for beginners, because you have to fall in love with the grind game, and the grind game decks aren't the best for beginners from my experience and in my opinion, of course. If you like it, sure. If you're a big enthusiast, big Yosenju pendulum enthusiast, sure thing, play the deck. You can learn it, and when you learn the deck, it's much easier for you. Besides that, like I said, it's pretty cheap, so investing into it isn't the worst idea. But yeah, finally, Pendulum best deck. That's it. Let's now jump straight into Duel Replays, because it's time to duel. Also, I would like to remind you, if you're new to the channel, please consider hitting that subscribe button because it really helps a lot to grow the channel and make more videos, continue making more videos like this. So yeah, and it also does help a lot for you to not miss when I'll be posting out other videos in the future. So yeah. So here we do open pretty well with dieback. Dieback is amazing. Dieback is a core of our deck because bouncing 2 cards from the field, like, it's amazing. We did play Kama 1 back then, although I decided to remove it because I think spaces are too tight. I don't think we have space for Kama 1. So here he books because he don't want to get bounced. Of course, he can pop also with the infantry. He floodgates as well, which means now we have, you know, because all of our rest of the cards are here, we can start bouncing. He decides to okay, this is amazing because he destroyed the wrong card. He should have destroyed the Heatat because now we can just summon the dieback from the Pendulum, from the extra deck. And that's really the amazing thing about pendulums, is that they can, you know, when they are destroyed, you can just reuse them next turn or this turn even. So yeah, we can just bring him back, bounce. We decide to bounce his monster and our monster because yeah, we can destroy it. Like, we can destroy his monster, we don't want to bounce him back, and we want to unclog our field a bit. Kama 1 is only booked, so yeah, now we can destroy it. We get our stuff back, and he scoops because he didn't top deck freaking Diva. Also, be sure to join us on Twitch. We do have tons of fun there. I do play all of these duels there on Twitch, and more, of course, some other stuff. Also, we do talk a lot, you know, discuss what deck should you build. I did help Harris build his deck, his magnet deck. So yeah, it's much easier to help you out if you're interested, if you're a new player, or even if you are a regular player or whatever, casual player, whatever. I'm sure I can help you out. You know, if you have any questions, it's much easier on the Twitch when we have complete eyes than just, you know, commenting in the, you know, answering in the comments and stuff. But yeah, so yeah, if you want any of my help or anything, you know where to find me. I will leave a link in the description, by the way. So we are playing against tier 0 Harpies. He does open pretty well, not the best. A channeler would probably be the best. He does only have 1 back row, which is amazing. Now we can go into R, we can go into L. Now we can start bouncing. Okay, he has a lance, which means he bounces one of our stuff back, but we are kind of chilling with the swords thing. So let's see. So when do we activate? We wait for his second monster because we know he may have another lance, we know he may have another swallow's nest, and if we decide to bounce, you know, before he tries, he's chilling if he has only 1 protection. If he has 2 protection, you know, then he's chilling. What I meant to say is that he needs to have 2 or more, you know, lance or swallows or whatever to still have plays after we bounce him. Now we decide to bounce him. We could have also for the synchro plays or the Xyz plays or whatever, but yeah, it's pretty hard for him to have, you know, both protections, like swallows and a lance, or double swallows or double lance. So yeah, that's game. So yeah, I would like to say, or I would think that The deck, the issue with the deck is that it's too slow. Plus, you don't need to have like 3 cards. It's a 3-card combo really to start off. You need a lower scale, a higher scale, and then a dieback or a heat-out. Preferably dieback, but yeah. So that's really the issue of the deck. You can't make any plays until you have that. So you have to stall it out with Kytroids and stuff. So here we are chilling because we open the higher and the lower and the dieback. What we decide to do is not to bounce his monster because we know he's playing what, Lunalights. So bouncing back his monster is not a good idea, especially if he set Martin. We would like to destroy it, of course. So he spheres, which is amazing for us because we go through his sphere. And now he deals the damage to get us our skill. We can probably grab, yeah, another dieback. And we don't bounce anything. Why is that? Because we can destroy his monsters. And he scoops because he realized he messed up. And yeah, that's easy game. I would, maybe it came out wrong. I would recommend this deck because it was incredibly fun. Like, but the thing is that you have to meet so much conditions to finally have that creativity and to finally have that fun, you know? Like, you won't have fun if you don't open well, and if you can't make any plays, you know? You have fun only when you can make plays. Like, here we can't do anything, you know? And if you aren't patient, and if you don't like living on low resources, like I said, this is the grind deck. This is a deck where you what the deck that you will enjoy if you enjoy playing on low resources. And yeah, I like those decks, to be honest. So this is the deck for me, but it may not be the best deck for you. So yeah, we still have to chill here because we don't get our stuff. We need another dieback or anything. Now we can go for, okay, he Circles of the Fire King. Okay, a bit weird. We do have Kytroid to protect ourselves. Now we can activate our skill, grab the dieback, and now we can get bouncing. I think I misplayed actually here because I bounced his monster and gave him a destiny draw, you know. That was kinda sus decision. I would probably, you know, recommend you leave him on the field and to destroy him, but okay. He doesn't go for the destiny draw, which is interesting. I mean, there isn't many things he can destiny draw into than like hand traps or something, you know. So yeah. We just attack over it, and because we felt he had no hand traps back when we attacked directly. And yeah, that's game. We take those. So yeah, where were we? Yeah, it's a grind deck. If you like I said, playing on low resources, it can be extremely fun because it can push you to your limits to find, you know, there's sometimes only one option, and to find that option can be very fun and stuff, you know. If you like to have much more options, you know, much more, there are tons of decks where you have much more options, and then your creativity can come into play. You know, there are better decks for you than that. But yeah, here we're playing against a freaking Dark Lord deck. Okay, we can Veil easily, and here is why Veil is amazing in this deck. It's because we can bounce it, as you will see right now. We top deck a Heatat, or did we grab it with our skill? We can bounce his monster, we can bounce our Veil back, so we can reuse the Veil, and also with Isna we can draw a card. So this is really the I would say the specialty of this deck. Rebouncing your Veils. You can also, if you play Fiendish Chain, rebounce your Fiendish Chain, which is amazing. Isna drawing every turn you draw another card, and if they are destroyed or if they are bounced, you can reuse them turn after turn. So yeah, that's really the specialty of the deck. And yeah, he scoops because he knows there's nothing he can do. He probably bricked a bit because, yeah, Dark Lord's post ban list aren't the best. But yeah, hopefully we'll get much better, pendulums and stuff with the new support that's coming out. It's hard to expect, the best decks after, the world just released, the Arc 5 world, and the pendulums just released. So yeah, as you can see, win streak 3. I think we got 7-1, 6-1, something good. Not so great, amazing, but for the amount we play the deck, I think it's pretty well. Okay, we passed the turn 1 because there's nothing to do, there's nothing to bounce really. Let's see, he does give us our skill. We get the L. Why is that? Because L can protect us from card effects, or in other words, TTH, which may be in water, it's a specialty, including Necro Valley. Fortunately for us, he doesn't have the Dweller pop, but he does have 2 back row, which is pretty scary. So yeah, how do we deal with that? Well, let's see. We pendulum summon them both. We bounce 2 monsters, we bounce a back row, and we swing for game, as he doesn't have anything to disrupt us. So yeah, through his whole board, double back row, double monster, Necro Valley, we easily OTK'd. Okay, and the last duel we have for today. Maybe I should stress enough, if I didn't already, the deck is extremely fun. I don't want to turn you off from the deck by saying, it's a grind deck, it's a bit complicated, you have to learn how to play it and stuff. Sure, it's not the easiest deck, but it is extremely fun. So if you decide to, if it is inspiring to you, the deck, if the deck is, feels special, inspiring, or whatever, you sometimes just get that feeling for a deck, then go for it, because it's really amazing and it's quite cheap. So yeah, but anyways, let's now focus on the duels. We take the Mage, first damage. Now we can go for our plays. We can grab the dieback, we can start our plays. We have the combos, we got them plays, we can bounce his stuff. I didn't feel, I felt the delay from the activating the Shinshu L, so I thought it's probably a source thing, but yeah, it was actually a negate. So which doesn't do much. We decide to activate the L. Okay, don't show me the card. We activate the L to protect our monsters, or our monster, the dieback, because now with Isna we can draw a card and we can deal potentially damage. So yeah, maybe here wasn't the play to attack, but we do see he only has 2 cards, so maybe, putting some pressure with the life points could be decent enough. I think we also felt the delays from the hand traps, maybe, I'm not sure. Let's see, comma 1 into Isna. Okay, you can bounce, that doesn't do much. We are protected, we're chilling with Kytroids. Or he didn't have any hand traps. No, he didn't have any hand traps. That's why we're pretty chillin'. We can go for Isna beatdown for game. Isna best deck, let's go! And yeah, that's gonna be it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, as always. It was very fun, like I said. I think I think I already said enough. Grind deck, but you will love it once you learn it. So, yeah. I don't think there's much else to say. Subscribe, join us on Twitch and stuff, and see you in the next video. Bye.